What bird is this?
Well, it is a bird. I know it's a
What
bird.
kind of bird is this?
I have no idea actually, but I know it is a bird made out of metal. Okay, it's probably, yes, it's a flamingo.
This is a turkey.
This is a turkey.
I eat turkey a lot.
eat
I know
turkey?
what turkey looks like.
Don't worry, I'll get you connections for that. Don't worry.
Ifya is actually the showrunner of the Visual Art Studio here at Archbishop Porter, and I'm meeting her today for a quick tour. She's here. Look. How far?
Ade, how are you?
Ade.
Hi, my name is Nani Efiadukuwood, a visual arts student in Archbishop Porter Girls Secondary School, Takoradi. As the leader of this visual arts department, I would like to share with you a day in my life as a visual arts student on High Schools Africa.
I have heard this studio is so nice.
It really is.
I've actually seen a studio it's not even a studio, it's an art gallery, the one from T.I. Amat.
You are welcome to our art gallery.
So, oh my God, it's so amazing.
Yeah.
But the downside over there is that they don't have a studio like you have to work their things out. You don't want to do anything, they just have to do the things under trees and all that.
We have everything right under our nose here.
For real?
For real.
Can we see what is inside?
Of course, let me take you inside.
Come.
Let's go. And I feel like you should know that before I was a visual arts student, I once was a general arts student in a different school. I realized that general arts just wasn't for me, and I wanted to offer visual arts. Whilst I was there, they declined. So the only way out was to change schools. So gratefully, I found Archbishop Porter Girls, and that was the solution to all my problems. I would like to share with you a day in my life in this school as a visual arts student. Alright, so let me tell you about a Friday in my school, as it is probably one of the best days in your schools too. We'll wake up, take our baths, lay our beds, and then do anything that you need to do on the block, whether you are going to quickly wash or if you are going to sweep the dormitories, make sure everything is in place, lay your bed because you don't want trouble. Just lay your bed and do everything well, and then leave the block as they will lock up. On my way to class, I will stop by a couple of my friends, their blocks, go and wake them up, make sure that they are ready, drag them to class with me because WASI is approaching. From there, we'll come to class and we'll prep. We usually get to class around 5:30 a.m. Then at 6, we'll hear the bell and then we'll have to go on and do our social duties. Our various sweeping, scrubbing, wherever your social duties are located, that's where you go and work. From there, assembly is at 6:45. Then we'll go and we'll have assembly on our quadrangle, and that's where we'll meet our heads, they will speak to us, we'll have a small sermon, pray, and then go back to class. From class, we go for breakfast in 2 batches. Visual arts students as Form 3s, we go at 8:30. At 8:30, we'll go for the breakfast. Some people like the food, some people don't like the food. Some days, it's always how it seems. From there, after breakfast, we'll head back to our classes and we'll have our second lesson. Our first lesson will begin before breakfast. Our second lesson, just pray that you don't sleep because Fridays, everybody is already exhausted, but you still push your way through. Usually, it will be an elective, and as a visual arts student, our electives are picture making, graphic design, general knowledge in arts, and ceramics or sculpture. So this is the visual arts block, aka our VAB. We have it in 2 compartments. This is the downflow compartment, where it is all about 3D work, 3-dimensional work. Mostly our ceramics and our sculpture works are done here. As a visual arts student in Porters, you choose either ceramics or sculpture to offer. So I personally, I chose ceramics, and this is some of the ceramic works actually. So it was a question given to us. They gave us 2 different questions, whether you want to make a book and they give you the instructions with the book, or you want to make a table vase suitable for your headmistress's office. So these were some of them. Actually, this one here is actually mine.
This one?
Yeah.
You made this?
Yeah, actually this. We didn't use any machines, nothing like that. We just used our hands and we molded it ourselves. These are some of my classmates' own as well.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm going to take this one. This particular, I'm taking it away. Amazing. So all these things were done by you?
Of course. All of them were done by the students. We even have more on the shelf just here.
Guys, take a look at this one. But these are unfinished works, right?
No, these are sculpture works actually. They've been covered in a material called POP. It's plaster of Paris. When we have the sculpture work, if you want to cast casting is a method used when you want to duplicate an image of the exact same thing. So it's like it has been put in basically a shell, and under is actually the work. So we have something just here, for instance, this one here. And they will cast it, they will cover it in this material, and when it dries hard, they are able to open it, and inside will give you that exact shape. So when you want to do another one, you just align it with the clay and it will give you the exact same thing. So it's easy to duplicate it than having to remold this whole thing by your hands.
So let me say, sometimes I come across sculptures like this, like someone so detailed, and I go like,
this thing is not even supposed to be here. I don't know who has come to put this thing on it. So you can see the actual thing.
Amazing. So I see detailed sculptures and I go like, how did these people come by this?
Yeah.
Don't know, there's actually a method that you guys do that. I saw the one that you deliberately actually tackle the work and do it from the scratch. You can also do the custom.
Yes.
So it looks like this one is two different parts that have been put together.
When it's actually a full thing, but then when they are done, they will cut it in half, or else it will be way too heavy because it will be solid on the inside, and they will scoop out everything on the inside. It's actually dried hard. They will scoop out everything on the inside so that it will just be the shell of the body. It will be lighter. So let's say if you're a sculptor, you're a sculpturist, and then you have to have somebody orders several of these, maybe let's say 12. The time you will use to sit down and make 12 of these, and then the time you will use to cast this one, you can just use the same thing and you will get the exact same thing in several duplicates in less than half the time.
That's so innovative.
That's why we use the POP.
So what is sitting here, you have a perfect work inside it?
Yes. Is there a name for the process you are doing, or is just removing the POP?
This one is yes, removing the POP so that you can get the mold.
All right. So here we have a lovely visual art student who is in my class removing the POP, that's the plaster, so that you can see the actual inside of the clay figure that was made. So when she opens this, you'll be able to see the inside of it, and on the inside, you will see exactly inside the POP mold that every little design made on the clay will actually show on the POP. So when you are making your replica, it will be very easy to make a duplicate. So as you can see, it has been divided into exactly two halves.
Yeah, it's cracked. Okay. Because I saw the thing first, I said, what is this? The actual work is inside.
The actual work is inside.
You did all these things.
Yes, these are more ceramic and sculpture wares. These are some more vases that people have made. And these are some ceramic murals where they hang on the walls. They are just decorative pieces. So this was also done by some of my classmates. That it was depicting mother's love. So you can see the bear and then the baby of the bear and the mother sheltering the bear. So everything really is depicted through arts.
Awesome.
We have some more of the ceramic vases over here as well. We have some pots as well, which also fall under ceramics.
They are so nice. I'm only hoping that one of these, somehow you get them painted and then take them to the market.
Of course, there's a way to do it. You can either paint it or you can glaze it. Glazing it, you see the plates and bowls they use in your house that it seems like glass.
Yeah.
Most of them were actually made out of clay. But then we have this material called a glaze, which you use it to cover it. It's actually liquid. And then when it dries and you fire it, we have the kiln outside. I can show it to you guys. We have the kiln outside. When you glaze it and you fire it, it becomes solid and hard.
Amazing.
And it looks like glass. When you tap it, it will sound like glass and everything like that.
But then it's actually clay.
But it's actually clay.
And you have some upstairs.
Yeah, we have more upstairs.
Can we go there?
Of course. I feel like as a visual arts students, we are very lucky because our teachers, they really vibe with us. We really get along with them. Most other departments, the teachers, they are teaching so many different classes, so many different courses. But here in Archbishop, our visual art classes for Form 3s, we are only just 2 classes, and each class contains less than 30 students in each class. So the teachers really know us and they have time for each and every one of us. And they really connect with us. If you have any problem, you just go to them and they are very free and open with us. So our first teacher will come, we'll vibe, then we'll learn something. And visual arts, the nice aspect about it is mostly hands-on and practicals. And there's not much of a chance that you're going to sleep during practicals. And Fridays usually are reserved for that. So whether we are having picture making, we'll do some paintings. Whether we are having graphic design, we'll make some t-shirts. or general knowledge in arts, we'll just learn about the history and everything. Or maybe we'll even be learning about calligraphy. Calligraphy is simply about handwriting and some different techniques that we can use for handwriting. Then, as different periods go on, each class is 45 minutes on Fridays. We'll have our different sessions, and then we'll move on to lunch. We'll go for lunch. If you want to buy something at the canteen is available there for you. We have a whole different variety of things on sale. Or you can still go for dining, which is compulsory. From there, we come back to the class to have our last lesson of the day. This class is usually the most jovial class because everybody knows that it's a Friday. After this class, we'll head back to our dormitories, go and have our baths, have any rest that you want to rest, and then come back for prep. We'll prepare for prep. On the way, maybe you pass by a few friends. Not all your friends will be offering visual arts. So maybe you go and see them in their classrooms or their blogs, go and gossip small. How was your day? Oh, I saw this and this and this. Then from there, we'll come back to our classrooms and get ready for prep. In our classrooms, that is where we prep, in the evenings from 7 to 9 p.m. That's where you can have your interactions with your classmates. Anything you didn't understand throughout the day, you'll get your classmates to explain it to you. Any project work that you have to finish up with, you can quickly use that 2 hours to finish it up well. Any homework, any passcode that you want to solve, that 2 hours is just available for you to do your personal studies. When you hear the siren at 9 p.m., you know it is prep over. Then you head back to our dormitories, change into your nighties and just jump into bed. And of course, in the dormitory too, it's a whole different story. And our dormitories too, we are mixed. It's not just visual arts students. You have students cutting across all different subjects. We have the visual arts, general arts, you know them. So you hear everybody what they all have to say about their day. And eventually, one by one, everybody falls asleep. And then we repeat the same process the following day. So this building it's actually a quite recently built building. It's very new. It's not over 2 years old.
Just one?
Yes, this very visual arts block. It's not more than 2 years old. I don't even think it's up to 1 year now. We are very grateful for our sponsors, which were
the government.
No, no, it wasn't actually from the government. This lovely building that you're actually seeing is from the past students of this very school.
All students built this?
Yes, ABSA UK, in contribution with ABSA USA and also ABSA Ghana. All the ABSANs decided to come together, and they felt it was very necessary to help us because we did not have a studio. We were doing it in our classrooms, all of our practical works, and it's just very difficult at that point. So they were like, no, we need to help our visual arts students. We need to recognize them and appreciate them. Because all aspects of life, you need visual arts.
Wow.
So they brought themselves together, especially the ABSA UK, and they contributed their monies, and within a very short period of time, they put up this lovely building for us.
So this is basically what all of us should be doing. Like, I don't know where you're watching this video from and the school you belong. Please get in touch with your alumni, alma mater, and then just put yourself together and do something for your school. It will be so. But this is the prototype of the building. No?
This is the prototype.
So beautiful. So you bought this. You hired somebody to do this one?
No, one of our visual art teachers built it. Semensa built this with his hands from raw materials, scrap materials. You can see he has used various things to make it.
So here is where we just passed.
Yep, this is where we just came. Look at the
staircase. And then now we are here.
Yes.
You can't open it over here, but here is where we are.
Yeah, this is where we are.
Amazing. So what happens over here?
So this is our two-dimensional studio.
Two-dimensional studio?
Two-dimensional. As we are coming from the three-dimensional, this is two-dimensional. So as you know the difference between 2D and 3D, 2D is usually just flat.
Some schools can't even afford 1D studio. We have 2D and you have 3D studio.
Yes. So the three-dimensional is usually the solid works, and then we have the two-dimensional, which is just the flat works basically. It's more about the paintings, the graphic design, the printing, and all those things. So we have some of the works actually here.
So you did all these things?
These were all done by my year group. These were all final year students who did them. This is graphic design.
Wow.
So a question was given to us whereby we should make a paper bag suitable for a local shopping market or supermarket in your locality. With any design you want to do on it. We were restricted to the number of colors. I think it was about not more than 3 colors. And you can use any method you want. You can see some people have used paint to splatter it on the bag. Some people have used leaves to print it. You paint the leaf and then you place the leaf onto the surface of the bag. You can use whichever color you want.
So what's your own?
I didn't choose this question. There was actually 2 questions given to us. I chose the t-shirts.
The t-shirt.
So
you have your t-shirt there?
Yeah, my t-shirt is also
So
there.
you also printed all these
Yep.
t-shirts?
We made the stencils by hand, actually. Okay, you could choose to print a stencil or cut out a stencil. Let's say if you want a heart on your shirt and you're going to print a heart on your shirt, you take a piece of cardboard, draw a heart on it, cut the heart out, sellotape it so that it becomes a bit thicker. If you're using paper or cardboard, depends on which support you're using it. So most of us use paper, and then we sellotape the paper so that it will become thicker. And then let's say you want a heart on it. You cut out the heart, you place the heart on the t-shirt, and then you apply the paint onto it. So when you remove the stencil, you will see that your heart will be there. So that's what these people did with their various...
Let's look at this. This is so creative, eh?
Yes, this was made out of just metal, silver shine, forks, a spoon. They were just twisted and molded.
What bird is this?
Well, it is a bed. I know it's a
What
bed.
kind of bird is this?
I have no idea actually, but I know it is a bed made out of metal. Okay, it's probably, yes, it's a flamingo.
This is a flamingo. This is not a flamingo. This is a turkey.
This is a turkey.
I eat turkey a lot. I know what turkey looks like.
Don't worry, I'll get you connections for that. Don't worry.
But guys, this is so creative. Look, the leg is fork. Oh.
Yeah, it's
Use
a fork.
fork to do the leg.
The head too is a spoon.
Powerful.
Yeah.
It's actually a turkey.
And it was done by a student. The paper underneath can prove to you that it was done by a student. It was a WASI work. It was one of the practical works submitted for WASI.
Wow.
So back to the t-shirts. All these t-shirts that you can see here, they were designs that people drew on a piece of paper. They sellotaped it and they cut out the paper. And then from there, they pressed the paper onto the t-shirt, and then they applied their paint onto it. And then when you lift the stencil, this is the result you will get.
Amazing.
So these were all done by my classmates.
Is this your work?
No, these are also more graphic design works. This one, we were asked to make a complete duplicate of a label. So I'm sure you guys that are watching, some of these labels, you have seen them around in the supermarkets or in the shopping stores.
So this is yours?
Yeah, this is actually my own.
Stencil work?
Yeah.
You did this?
By hand. All in one day. We had one day to complete each work. So they produced these works in one day.
This one too?
One day. Wouldn't have taken the person more than 2 hours, 3 hours.
Archbishop Porter girls. These are work of girls, not boys. Amazing. So it's actually a mock exams.
Yes,
and
this
you
was
did
our
this.
mock exams that they gave
And
us.
it is waiting to be marked.
Yes.
Amazing. And there's another one here.
So let me take you to the dark room where we deal with
There's a what room here?
a dark room.
Yeah, you're taking me to a dark room.
Yes, I'm taking you to a dark room.
what is inside that room?
This is our dark room.
So here's where you chant.
No, you don't chant.
Okay.
It has a light, honestly,
Okay.
regardless
Guys,
of the fact that.
don't panic, please come.
So, I'm taking this one for an example. This person didn't use a handmade version of the stencil. They decided to shoot a screen. A screen is this. You can choose whichever design you want to have on it, whichever type of writing, any cutouts you want. So you can see that the person has written developing the
Developing the youth.
Developing the youth.
And you said what?
That's also romantic. So the person made the exact same screen but their own, and they used VCA. And then I'm sure it was Visual Arts Club Association. And then they also printed arts on it. The person decided to take the image online, and then you can just shoot the screen. This is what they used to shoot the screen.
This thing?
Yes, this is the light box. This is what they used to shoot it.
I don't understand how.
Actually, they haven't told us how to use it yet, so we ourselves have not shot the screen yet, but I know that this is what they used to shoot the screen. You see, okay, actually, no, they've actually taught us. I should know a bit about this.
So, wait. You said this place is called dark room?
Yeah.
Why is it called dark room? Because now you have lights here.
Yeah, the light.
And even more light.
Yes. This light is used when you're shooting the screen. The screen, the material used to shoot the screen is very delicate. And if it is exposed to too much artificial light, too much natural light outside, it damages the screen. So when you're making the image, how you print the image, you need a dark room such as this, where the room will be very dark. And this is the light that they use to shoot the screen.
Okay.
So usually there will be a slice of glass on top. And that's in that procedure, that's what they use to shoot the screen.
So it's like, okay, it works with light.
Yes.
Light.
Yes.
Like a photo material, just like the celluloid we use to film.
Yeah.
So basically, I'm trying to get the idea. You put a glass here, and then you put whatever material it is, you coat it over here. Like this one that we have blue material on it.
Yeah.
And then you put it there, then you put the cutout over here, and then you put it on it, then you expose the light to it, and then it draws on it.
Yeah.
So goddamn good. Amazing.
Yeah.
And it needs darkness in order for that to work.
Of course.
So that's why you call this place dark room.
Yes.
Jesus.
No other reason. That's the only reason why it's a dark room. This is our HOD's office. She's currently not around, but this is her office.
Oh, okay.
We have a washroom here, and then we have a back door here that just leads to the veranda.
An office,
A washroom.
washroom, and then a back room.
Yes, it just leads to the veranda outside.
So they also provided another space for escape.
Of course, in case of any emergency. We also have a gallery in just the next room here.
You have what?
A gallery where we keep
gallery.
most of the works.
Okay.
Or a printing room. We also can print here. So these are where we keep most of our works. Anytime we are going for competitions.
Can I touch one?
Of course.
This is so nice.
It's a ceramic work. You would think it is glass, but it is just clay. The person has painted it and fired it.
Sugar cane.
It can be a candle holder, it can be a flower pot. Yes, and obviously the person's inspiration was sugar cane.
Wow.
Yes.
These people are creative. Why can't you? It's solid beans. Look at this.
This is a sculpture work, also made out of clay. So anytime we are going for any exhibition to represent our school, any competition, we'll just carry along a couple of our works and just show them there and exhibit them. Sometimes we'll sell some of them to help the VAB in any way we're having any programs. So yes. These were also made graphic design work. We were asked to recreate a juice box of our type. And these were all done
made
by
this
hand.
one?
These
Wait,
were,
did you go for the actual container and then you repainted it, or you created this thing from the
this is
scratch?
made from paper. If you check, you can see that this is just made from paper or cardboard. And then this has been painted. You can see it has been painted. You can see the handwriting on it. It was done by hand. This was not done by a machine. This was done by students of the school.
Amazing.
You can see they have copied all the various details that they need on it. And these were WASI works. You can see under that they have been marked by teachers.
Tema Industrial Area. You people, all these manufacturing companies in Tema, Archbishop Potter girls, they are giving you credit over here. Please come and build something in their school for them. That would be so good.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah. Some people will watch this and they'll be like, no, it's teachers who did it for them. But you can see on the bottom of the containers, there were WASI works that students have done and completed this school right from these departments. Yes, then we have our still life drawing. This comes under picture making, whereby you have an image of an artist, whether you want to draw from memory or you can look onto a smaller sheet of paper of a picture of someone. And this was done by a student who is currently still in this school. We have more of these also down.
How about this one? This big one.
These are also made out of clay.
You did it. It was made here in this school.
These were made in this school. You can see on the inside the clay. The rough surfaces on the inside. It was clay. And then they have painted and glazed it. And then they fired it in the kiln.
Where do you fire it?
It's in the kiln down there. I'll show you.
Amazing.
Yep.
So guys, this is basically inside the photo of Archbishop Porter Girls Art Studio. Amazing. If you're ever thinking of making your kid pursue art, yes, would you like them to be here? The ball is in your, don't say court, I want something different. The ball is in your what? The ball is in your 18.
So basically, as you have seen, as the leader of the visual arts department in this school, this is what I go through on a daily basis.
Amazing.
And I would just like to give a major shout out and a huge appreciation to all the ABSANs, especially ABSAN UK and ABSAN USA, the whole lot.
What is even the meaning of ABSAN? ABSAN is what?
ABSAN means an Archbishop Porter Secondary School Association of the Old Students.
Oh, okay.
So anybody who has passed through this school is literally an ABSAN, incompleted. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, an ABSAN. And then they have these organizations where they come together and they just really benefit the school. And we are extremely and forever grateful for them. They are the ones who put up this building.
This huge building.
This huge building within less than 1 year. They just put it together straight for us.
You are so awesome.
Honestly, when we called on them, they answered straight. So I would just like to say a major thank you to them. And I would also like to say a huge thank you to our headmistress, Madam Charlotte.
Madam Charlotte.
We really do love you and we are forever grateful for you as well. And also my last thanks goes out to High Schools Africa. You guys should just keep on pushing and doing what you guys are doing. We really appreciate everything you guys are doing. So yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. This is my time here with Ifia here at Archbishop Porter, the showrunner of the visual art department here in this institution. I'm hoping to get into other schools to see how private go about with their activities every single day. Which school should I go? Which prefect should I talk to? Put it in the comment box and let's start a conversation.
Wait, do you guys have sponsors?
Sponsors? No,
Yeah,
not yet.
No, like GES, I mean like...
GES?
Yeah.
No.